So today's workout is broken into two parts. You're starting off with every 3 minutes times 5. You're looking at 45 seconds of a wall sit, and overhead reach, 15 overhead lunges, and then 5 max height squat jumps. You just work through that as quickly as you can and then rest the remainder of the 3 minutes. Once we've done that 5 times through, you've got a 16-minute EMOM. So starting with 16 down-ups, second minute hollow flutter kicks working for about 40 seconds, 16 alternating arm strict press in the third minute, and then finally 16 single leg deadlifts. Your warm up today, we've got 5 minutes of continuous movement, 10-step box crawl, 50 single unders, 10 reverse plank glute raises, and then 50 single unders. So starting with that box crawl, down on the ground, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and you're just going to move alternate arm, opposite leg, keeping that nice straight tabletop position. Once you've done that, moving on to your 50 single unders or 50 jumping jacks, jumping the legs in and out, and then moving on to the 10 reverse plank glute raises, so spinning it round. So the hands can either face towards you or away from you, depending on how comfortable it feels, or how it feels comfortable to you. So you're just going to raise the hips up so they're level with the shoulders, and then you're going to drop your bum down and lift. And you want to maintain that nice straight line if you can at the top. Then you'd go back to your single unders or those jumping jacks. So first part of the workout is that wall sit and overhead reach. So find yourself a nice blank wall. Pop your feet in your normal squatting stance, and you're just going to slide down so that hip crease just sits below the knee, and then raise the arms and hold for that 45 seconds. So super burns on the quads. Going to wake those legs up. Once you've done your 45 seconds, you're then going to move on to your overhead lunges. So depending what you've got, probably going to be a single arm. So arm's going to be straight up at the top. Lunge that knee forward and then switch. You can switch arms if you like. So maybe you could do a round on one arm and then a round on another arm, or you could break the reps up, whatever you fancy. And then you're moving on to your max height squat jumps. So making sure you hit full depth of the squat, and then you just jump as high as you can. Cool. Take your time in between those. If you need to break them up, by all means do so, because you're looking for the most explosive movement that you possibly can. Once you've done that for 5 rounds, moving on to the EMOM. So 16 down-ups to start. So down to the ground, and then standing tall at the top. Hollow flutter kicks, back down to the ground, lower back and bum in contact with the floor and the arms raised, and you're just going to scissor the legs back and forward. And you're going to move on to the single arm strict press. So alternating arms, so weight in contact with the shoulder, press it up and switch. Or if it's easier, guys, just do 8 on one side and then switch and do 8 on the other, whatever you prefer. Then you're moving on to that single leg deadlift. Again, I would probably split it as 8 and 8. So sending that leg back, staying on one foot, and then stand back up. And just trying to focus on keeping that back nice and flat as you come down. So I'm not rounding to bring down to the floor. I'm staying nice and straight and using that back leg as a counterbalance, and then switch sides to do the other side. Sweet, hope it goes okay, guys. Enjoy your days.